posted something on my community section of the YouTube channel, and I asked my subscribers, I was like, what y'all want me to do? Somebody said drum programming. I figured it'd be the easiest video and I could just fly through it with no problem, because drums are my favorite thing to do. It's really not that complicated, because to beginners it is, but I'm gonna basically just break it down. So y'all know I've been doing trap drums for like over a decade now. I've been told y'all this, but that doesn't matter. Okay, we're here to teach you. So we're gonna upload some drums to the channel rack. We're gonna get started. Metro had a video where he was talking about he was doing drums first. Sometimes I do the drums first because I think about the drums first, but I usually do the melody first, right? But we got some drums here, the main things, 808, hi-hat, and the snare, right? And what I like to do is I like to start with my hi-hat first and put them on 2 steps. So what I would do is I'll share my screen. What I would do is I would take my hi-hats and I would fill each 2 steps. Then I would hit Control L on my keyboard, which makes it so that every time I press Control B, it copies and pastes over. I would proceed to do that 4 times, right click with my mouse, and then press Control B again. This gives me a nice 8-bar 2-step hi-hat pattern, right? Then I add the snare. Usually after hi-hat, I go snare, right? Now this beat I got in my head, the snare goes like this. I apply that same method that I use for the hi-hats to my snare. You get what I'm saying? So it just makes sense because you see everything going on. You're like, yeah, you know, Control B, yeah, it's easy. It's easy money. It's easy money. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Then 808 I would do. So now we got this right here. Give me a second. Now we got some regular drums, you know what I'm saying, not too much, you know what I'm saying. Depending on the groove of your drums, you might want to up BPM or lower the BPM. Now in this case, I feel like this is a faster beat. 148 I feel like is like the perfect tempo for this shit. Just a regular trap beat right now. To spice things up, we're gonna use an open hi-hat with a little bit of lag, right? Now I think in the last one it didn't have any lag, so I figured this beat need a hi-hat with a little bit of lag on that motherfucker, right? It's like a little space right here where it's nothing, and then it kind of hits, but it happens so quick your brain can't really hear it. And this leads me to my next point, right? The open hats. Now the reason why I use lag on my open hats is because it adds swing to the beat, is what I'm saying. And I would get comments like, why do this sound off beat? Why do it sound like this? Why do it sound like that? It's because y'all other producers watch these robotic ass niggas use fucking open hats with no lag, so that shit don't really sound like, it sounds cool, yeah, it sounds good, but it's more computerized than it is anything, you know what I'm saying? And we don't want our music to sound computerized. In this era of trap that I'm making this beat in, computerized shit, it lowers the amount of swag you got on your beat. So you don't want your hi-hat to fucking hit like this. You want your 808 to kind of make some room for the hi-hat to hit a little bit next. You get what I'm saying? I know I said that probably wrong as fuck, but yes. Okay, now we move on. What's crazy is about this drum loop, right, is that when you get to the point of having other melodic properties in the beat, that tends to make your hi-hat sound shorter, if that makes any sense, because there are high frequencies playing in your melody that make the tail of the hi-hat sound shorter. In this case, we don't really need to chop hi-hats up. They still sound good like this a little bit, but we can open them up just a little bit. But it's like damn near once the melody start playing, it's like we don't really need to shorten them. So let's keep that in there. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to use a regular D-Rich over the sync. Okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to use this one. Now you see this one got the lag in it, right? This is what I be talking about. A lot of this shit got lag. A lot of snare and clap combinations, the reason why they hit like that is because the clap hit first and a snare hit second, or vice versa. It has a lot of texture to it that you can't really necessarily hear unless you start sound designing yourself, and then you'll start to see, you know what I'm saying? And you don't actually have to render what you sound design. Use the drums and program them accordingly, you feel me? Fucking lag them and use time shift. If I put like a snare, right? Let's see. Let's use this. Let's do this, right? If I take these 2 drums, put them right here, go like that, you know, it hits at the same time. Both of these drums hit at the same time, no lag. If I lag this shit a little bit, it sound like more of a, you get what I'm saying? It's more of a cha instead of a just cha. It's more to talk about here. Vice versa with the clap, same shit. It's more of a chaka than a chop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's more things to talk about. But let's get back to the open symbol. I want to stay focused on this. So we got this shit right here. Nah, in my opinion, this needs more time shift. It needs more of a swing to it. Now I'm gonna use a different snare. I'm gonna probably use the Bretta PG from Glick God, link in bio by the way. But yeah, this is like a triple beam etiquette snare. This is like a snare that us triple beam people use, and it's like signature. I've made this shit years ago, but because I was tired of doing it naturally. I literally used to take my fucking before I knew all of the hotkeys and stuff, I used to take my select thing and I used to go over it and I used to like do this shit. But I was tired of doing that with my drums, and I was like, I just need to just save this shit how it is, right? So we got that. We move over here and we go like this. I'll be doing this shit where I would hear some shit and I would like, it's like it's this shit that D-Dot Will been doing for a long time, that like a lot of our snares don't really hit on the 4. It would be like a pause. And then we would do like a pause right here. That's hard as fuck. You get what I'm saying? You know, then we might want to use the D-Dot Will 2024 and we go mix it a little bit differently. And then, you know, what I like to do is in these situations, when I hear certain frequencies, I like to time shift the hi-hats even more if they have lag on them to add a little bit more swag. Mix that snare up a little bit, turn the low end up so it can give it more intensity a little bit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it got a lot of swag to it. And certain times, you know what I'm saying? What I like to do is I would add like snare sometimes for more bounce. I would lag that shit too a little bit. So we got that foundation, right? And then we just add the melody. But the thing about drum programming, my whole point in doing all of this was that there are grooves and there are frequencies that make you want to do different stuff depending on your style. And the way my concept of drum programming is, it depends on the sound that you're using. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on the MIDI that you're putting in your piano roll. And like, you have to practice making your swing stand out more. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do enough with your drums for somebody to recognize that that's your beat, then you good for this one. and that's it, bro. I'm glad y'all was able to see all of this stuff going on with the drum programming and stuff like that. I will have more videos in the future where I go like more in depth about like certain other little details I do, man. But stick around and subscribe, man. I want to make a part 2 to this series so that I can get into the specifics and stuff like that, and help you guys with getting more swag in y'all drums and creating room for other drums that you might put in there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, if you enjoyed this video, you found it informational and helpful, and you enjoyed the music, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment, do whatever the fuck you want to do. My all kids bundle is $50.62 right now because I'm doing a clearance on my store, because I will be moving to Shopify on June 1st. I'm trying to make it a deadline, so I just have a lot to do. I have a lot coming up. Thank you guys for sticking around, and man, shout out to everybody who make me great, and we out this bitch, man.